So if you see me looking down and going quiet a minute, it's just because I'm trying to got the washing on in the background, working as I'm chatting. Don't know why my phone keeps doing that, trying to go off. But I'm back, because if you didn't know, I was banned yet again, and I wasn't sure if it was a week or 2 weeks, and I just had this funny feeling today. What if I just go and check? Wouldn't it be funny if it came back on? Then it did. So I thought, oh my god, I better come on. Why? It's all quiet in the house at the minute. Fella's gone out playing tennis. Finn's upstairs playing, but I will show you what he's made, because it's absolutely amazing what he's made. It was his birthday on Friday. It was mine a few weeks ago. Hi Colin, because we're both Piscean. A lot of Pisceans birthdays out there, you know, the intuitive out there in the realms, people. But he got some clay that you put in the oven to cook. I don't know where his other characters are, but he loves SpongeBob SquarePants, and he made these himself. So he's just turned 7. That's SpongeBob. He made that all by himself. This is Krusty Krab, is it? I'm not really sure who the characters are. Krusty Krab. Hi Michelle, look at those claws. He's made brilliant claws. Krusty Krab. Hi Ricardo. We're going to talk about what's going on in the world out there soon, very soon. It's a mixture. And this was Patrick the starfish. Hi Angel A. Patrick the starfish. So that's what Finn's been making. He's like his mother, he's even made a pair of earrings. So I had to laugh at them because they were brilliant. He's really good at modelling, so clay. So just let me do this. I'm just gluing some bits for my stuff that I'm working on at the minute. So I just need to stick this down, so I'm actually getting a bit of work done while I'm talking to you. So let me do this bit. I'll tell you what's been going on. Hi Mary, hi. I'll say hi to everybody in a minute. So we've got Ricardo, Renee, Mary, Colin, Angel A. John Kennedy's in the house. We've got a Kennedy in the house. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, so the shitloads going on in the world. I mean, in my personal life at the minute, because it's all about us and our son and what we love to do. But, you know, it's all to do with learning and self-development, which I always say. I'm just going to put my earrings on because I feel like it. Oh, I can't put my earrings in because I want to put my handmade earrings in. And we've got indigo. I want to put these in. I'm going to put them in. I need to find the backs to them. Oh, and Finn also made me this unicorn hair clip. It's a unicorn hair clip, but I am off down the hair accessory side of things at the minute. So I was eating a biscuit as well before I realised that will come in. So I'm just going to... I need to... So, because I haven't been on for ages, I thought I needed to come and have a chat about everything personally that I'm seeing in the world, in my realm of existence. This is my experience. It may be yours as well. It may not be, but I'm just sharing. That's what we all do on YouTube. It's not about who's this, that and the other. It's just about sharing, and you may resonate. So hi everybody in chat, anyone that comes over. But what's going on in the world with this at the minute? It might be backwards. In this at the minute, and you, we'll have a chat about that in a minute. So I've been working hard on stuff. It's been my birthday, Finn's birthday. Finn's a little monkey anyway. It's like a Tasmanian devil. He's been happy with his modelling, his bits over there. Yeah, the only thing is, I've been looking out to the world, loving your new children. Thank you. Yeah, so I love these earrings. I haven't made any earrings recently because I'm too busy making up. I've got scrunchies galore. I've got bows. I've got this. I've got that. That's what I've been making, along with my jewellery. But jewellery's just, I've got to do one bit and then the other bit, because there's only me producing everything. So thank you, Indigo. So recently, you may have heard on the news that Mr. P, hi Lisa, yeah, Russia was the old shout out. And just remember, I've just been banned. I've just come back for sharing things. remember they shouted this out when Trump was in. Now, I've tried to discuss this on Facebook the other day. Exit the cold thing that was going on for 2 years. Re-enter, we're going into war. So, the news is putting out that it's Mr. P is invading. Really? He's not invading. NATO had them surrounded quite a lot, and he had told them before. But also, if you didn't know, Mr. B in America, Biden, Pelosi, all their sons have their fingers in that country, the Ukraine, with money, drugs, child trafficking, all that stuff to do with the children, because this is what it's all about anyway. The biggest money is the children. Go and research that. So they're going on about that because obviously they don't like Putin, because Putin knows about all of that, and Putin is going against, and he has said in the past, against the cartel bankers. They don't want Russia to be sovereign, like many other countries that they've been in wars with didn't want to be in the banks. They wanted to be sovereign to their own, because every country should be, but they want the New World Order. Putin is against it, and that's why they're against him, putting lies out everywhere about what's going on. So, but everybody will say, oh my God, yeah, and RJJ's just put something in the chat. What people don't get is, I've seen people on TikTok doing all these songs like, save the Ukraine, which is fair enough, because it's both sides. Pray for both sides. With flags on, doing all, they don't know nothing they're talking about, because I've even commented to some people and they're going, I don't know enough about it. I'm like, if you don't know enough about it, why are you feeding into the mainstream media with all these songs and words and things that they're putting up? Because we know there's crisis actors. I'm not saying everyone's a crisis actor, because there are people that will get hurt and will get killed, because it's collateral damage. It happens all the time, and they use people as human shields. But what is going on over there is the Ukraine military, I'm not saying all the military, they're not all bad, are killing their own people. And there's people on platforms that are going crying. I've seen people really pushing it out. I mean acting, really acting. I'm not saying everyone's acting, but acting. Walking down the street crying, oh, this is happening, we're getting bombed as we speak. When you look in the background, there's people walking normally down the street. There's nothing going on in the background. And they've got all this sad music behind them. You wouldn't even bother putting that sort of music up if that's what was happening. You wouldn't even be thinking about that. But I know most of you know this, but for the people who don't, you really need to research. This is what we've been saying for quite a few years. Question everything and research everything, because it's not what's happening. The mainstream narrative is not correct. It's not what's happening. There's someone shared, I am going to put it up after, someone shared a channel with me called Patrick something or other. Can't remember who sent it me. I will put it up after. He's actually over in the Ukraine, and it will show you a different thing. Yeah, it's Kiev that they have it, yeah. They will actually show you what is going on over there and what the people over there were saying about Russia and the people that are good and all that. Yeah, so what Putin's been trying to do is trying to liberate, and actually the Ukraine is part of Russia. People say it was, well, it still is. It's just that was made up to divide and split and so on and so forth. But what I'm trying to say is, do not go into fear, because a lot of people have gone into fear thinking they're going to get sent to war and all this. Well, you're not, and if you've not been jabbed, you won't, will you? Because you're not allowed to travel. Check that one. It's not what's happening. The more they push, the more people are seeing. More people are seeing, because I've had a lot of people saying to me, oh my God, I didn't really like Trump, but he was better than who's in now. It's like, this was what the whole plan was when we thought he was coming back last January, and he didn't, and everyone fell off. I didn't fall off. This was part of the plan, to see that he was better than who that's in right now. But if you remember, yeah, Putin's great. Putin give the thumbs up to Trump a few years ago when Trump was in. Do you remember? We talked about this a few years ago when I talked about this. When they were they were in France and all the world leaders were behind them, and they were giving them evil looks because Putin sat next to Trump, and Putin went over and gave the thumbs up. And do you remember when he passed the ball over information because he knew what was going on? People soon forget. So I've been sat there like, why I've been banned, like, oh my God, no way is this just all come out, because this is what they always do. But They ain't winning. The more the media push, the more people are seeing. So let them. Putin banned the BBC in Russia because they report fake information. Exactly, because he knows it's full of shit. So he must be laughing at the shit they're trying to put out about him now, trying to make it. I mean, it's not nice in a sense because it's trying to make it that everyone's going against Russia, even Russian people, and it's not that. People in the Ukraine don't even think that. The ones who are awake, there'll be people in the Ukraine that are asleep. They're just the same as every other country when they've been brainwashed by the media. But it's funny because all of a sudden everybody knows somebody in the Ukraine now, and it's like, really? You mean you've watched someone saying they're from Ukraine? Look out for the crisis actors and the ones who've been paid. I'm not saying it's everybody, but there was something that went up on the news the other day. It was a video. They just showed a few military things. It wasn't anything, and they showed a girl talking about how this was happening, that was happening. She was a student. She had a hood up. You didn't see her face, and she didn't say much anyway. So it didn't say anything at all. There was no evidence of anything. They're not going for civilians. They're going for military bases of what they called bioweapon bases. Probably adrenochrome, don't know, and all that other stuff. They're going, but if there's people in the way that live there, yes, people do die. It's not nice. But this is all pushed from that side. It's also pushed from Biden. It is pushed from America, not the American people, not the president for Biden. All them Bushes, Clintons, Obama. They're all to do with the Ukraine. It's where the money is, so on and so forth, Rothschilds and all that. So people really need to do the research. But what I'm saying is, because someone spoke to me yesterday, said, oh yeah, but you don't focus on it. I don't focus on it. I'm looking at it like, shit, oh my God, lots of people are losing this shit. But I'm just like, this is going to get interesting over the next 2 to 3 weeks. The truth media is up. I've been over, but it's not properly up over here as in you're still on a waiting list, but it's changed a little bit. So that's going to be interesting. Trump has already talked about evidence coming out with the fraud. And if you didn't know, Trump will not have to rally again if it's found out. If it's found out it's the truth about the fraud with Biden and the cheating, it automatically goes to Trump, and he could be in for 10 years. So I just say watch this space. Don't get too involved in it. Don't focus on it. Just know things are happening. Yes, it's not nice. It's not nice. I hate the fact that I get so frustrated. I've had a few arguments this week about it because I hate the fact that some people can't see. I know that's awful. We do get triggered that they can't see how brainwashing the media is. And they'll go, yeah, but I watched a video. What video? Who? The BBC? Who? Another news channel abroad. They're all the same. They're all from the same beast. You know, who said? They said. So, and I know you lot know in chat exactly what I'm talking about. I've got my popcorn ready. Yeah, I mean, where we go one, we go all. Isn't it all coming up what we said? I think it's brilliant. Oh, yeah. And I'm not saying any of these men were good men years and years ago, but they're doing good now. Yeah, Trump and Putin are great light workers for humanity fighting against the evil. They are. They are. The only people that go against him are the ones that feed into the media. Oh, he's a bad man. Oh, he's this. Yeah, because the media told you that. They programmed you to think that. All the countries going against Russia are the ones involved, like Ukraine with the child trafficking, the elite cartel bankers and all that other shit that goes on, because it's very layered. It's not one thing. But when I say it's about the children, because a lot of people get very confused about that, it means it's because when they traffic the children, they're worth thousands if not millions per child for trafficking, for all sorts of adrenochrome and all that. So big money is children, and there's tunnels under there as well. So people need to get their heads out their asses. It is upsetting. That's why a lot of people don't want to speak out about it, because they're scared, because people go, oh, how can you not care about people getting killed? And like, it's not to do with that. Yeah, it's not saying what they're not, like I said, collateral damage, but they're using their side are using their side as human shields. So even the people in them places are going to think that's happening. If that's what they're seeing, they're going to think it's the other side, because they've been told it's the other side. Yeah, nothing but a distraction. Yeah, it is a distraction, but it's not like it's not going on, but it is a distraction. It's a distraction away from COVID and Boris and everything that's going on. Like, oh, don't look at that anymore with Prince Andrew. We've all got to look over it. But it's still a thing that's going on, and the more the push, the more people are seeing. Because next it'll be something else, and then it'll be something else. This one won't last that long because it can't. And we have been told about the watch over the next 2 to 3 weeks, so it's going to be very interesting. That's all I'm saying. Personally, in my realm of consciousness, that's what's going on. And it's like, I'm just not getting involved now. I've just said my piece. and I'm like just watching what's going on. But like I said, I spoke to someone on TikTok and said all this stuff that you do and these filters with the Ukraine thingies on, we're sending love to both sides, and I tried to tell them what it was about, because it's all like hate Putin, like they did with Trump. And she came back to me and said, oh, well, I don't know too much about it. Well, don't be getting into things if you don't know too much about it. That's what cracks me up. It's like, oh, but you'll do that, but you don't know nothing about it. So a lot of people are going to look silly. So yeah, so it's all go go go. It's all go go go. But apart from that, I mean, what are you guys seeing? What are you lot thinking? What are you lot thinking? I'm just gluing something. So in my craft room, I've come back in the conservatory. We've sorted it all out. It wasn't working as it was working before. You know, we've been clearing up still. You know, these energies about clearing. We've had the 2-2. We've had 3-3. We've had the Pisces moon. I'm a Pisces as well, and that's it's been brilliant energy with all that, focusing on what you want to bring in the world, in your realm of consciousness, what you want to bring in. I want to talk about money as well, because people get very confused over that. The video games are really good these days. Yeah, the men not allowed to leave. Refuse. Who's a real monster here? Not sure what that is, but someone did film in London, I think. I mean, that's the place of the beast, isn't it? Where they're doing a big campsite, and someone said, what is all this for? Like refugees, as if they're going to film. They're all fleeing from the Ukraine, and guess that's what they're going to do, because they have a tent up saying something. And the guy asked the people and said they were filming a documentary or something. It's not. It's to film the shit that they want to put out to the people in our country. So yeah, I mean, we know this is what they do. This is what they do. But like I said, it's not because we're saying stuff isn't happening and people aren't dying. Yes, that does go on. But some of it also is not what it seems. So yeah. Fake everything, just like the Hollywood movies. Yep. Hollywood movies, exactly. Yep, because that's what they do. I'm just designing some things with this lovely hedgehog material. It's a little hedgehog. So yeah, so how are you, what did you lot all thought when you saw this, you know, come in? And the reason why it's coming as well is because the jibby jab thing wasn't working anymore, because it's falling in the mandates, and big up to the truckers and everything. They had to bring something else, and it wasn't really working, was it? Not really working. And I've spoke to people as well where they're like, yeah, but I've seen it on a video. Like, what video? Whose video? Media. Do you know who media is? Oh, they control, you know, all media all over the world. I think people think it's just the UK or something. Hi, National. It's deep state going into panic overdrive. Yep, and all the facts, people having panic attacks with getting donations out to the Ukraine as fast as possible. I know, and they just don't get it, do they? Poland has said not to send donations. Yeah, if you're sending the donations to the Ukraine, sorry people, if you're going to get triggered, it's for the dark side. They need the money, but they're making you think it's for something else. That's why they pump out a lot of stuff to play on your emotions. I remember this a few years ago before I woke up to certain stuff, and I was crying all the time. Hi Charmed, how are you? So much acting going on, how are you? I'm brilliant. I'm just watching all this acting going on. It's like I said, I'm not saying it's all acting, because there's collateral damage, but a lot of it is acting. And the ones I've seen on TikTok, oh my god, this guy's going down the street, this young lad crying. It was pushed out, forced tears. Next minute, there's a girl doing the same thing. I'm sure it was in the same street, but you can tell music on in the background, violins playing. I said, you wouldn't even do that if it was, you were that upset. You wouldn't think, oh, I'm going to go on TikTok and stick some music behind with violins playing. It's just ridiculous that you'd have time to think about that. But I know a lot of us know. Yeah, they want to do a collection. I don't want to do a collection. And that's not saying, like I said, things don't happen. It's just they don't understand that a lot of the donations and charities do not go to the charities. Maybe a bit does. It goes in the elite's pockets. So really, when they're doing all this stuff for the Ukraine, which you can't blame them, because what they've been told, they think it's the right thing to do, which is what we all want. You know, we don't want people dying. But what's behind the scenes of that, it's like the Wizard of Oz with the, you know, it's not, when they find, this is why the world's going to go in meltdown when they find out what they've been a part of and what they've put their money to, not knowing, obviously they thought it was for the better, but they're going to find out it was to feed that agenda, which isn't actually helping them people over there, because like I said, there's some of the military over there are killing their own people, but they're blaming it on another country. So interesting, isn't it? And we know Mr. T will return. It's all coming. Remember, return in a different form, media, but, you know, with the evidence of how the presidency, I can't say it was stolen, he automatically will go back in. And he could be in for 10 years, apparently. Something to do with how many years he's lost. You can go in for 10 years, you can imagine how triggered people will be, but then people are going to realise what he was actually doing. So, in my eyes, it's all good. But we are in a war, so we're not going to World War III. We've been in a war since time dot. I said to someone on TikTok the other day, they said, found out he was a kid in the end though, so, you know, I go to school, I know history. World War III, said we never came out of World War II. They went underground and came out in corporations. The Nazis went underground and came out in corporations, and that's what's in the Ukraine at the minute. It's the Nazis there, or whatever you want to call them. They came out in America as corporations and big bankers and all that, as most of us know. And people go, yeah, well, we know about that. Most people know the world's corrupt. No, yeah, they do, but they don't know to the extent of how much it's corrupt. I'm not talking about the normal average, oh, yeah, the government's a bit thinking this, that, and the other. Not that side of it. Very, very deep. Yeah, gas prices are just an industrial scam. Yeah, and they're still getting the oil and gas from Russia, so that's funny, because they're trying to put sanctions on them. They're trying to do this, they're trying to do that, because they're trying to suppress them. They're trying to stop them. My fellow today was going on about prices, energy prices. I said, don't worry about it, because in the end, that's all going to go down. It's going up, but it's going to go down. We've got free energy. We've got stuff. They're just doing that to harm us. Yeah, and then I don't know too much about that, but my dad did say, Michelle, they'll start next with Taiwan. So it's funny that you've just brought that up. So we will see. Yeah, exactly. Yes, the war has been happening really since war in heaven at the end of World War II. Yeah, we've never come out of World War II. It's been war on the people, and it's been a silent war, like Behold Pale Horse. If you've read that book or listened to the audio, it's quite long, but listen to that. They've been killing us off slowly with food, the air, everything. And this one's been the mindsets, because people's mindsets are shocking at the minute, but you can understand why. People are confused, they don't know what's going on, and so on and so forth in all communities, you know, I have noticed. But yeah, but how are you all in yourself? So, you know, because this is what it's all about. It's how you deal with all this nonsense, why it's all going on, because it's not always us getting frustrated or triggered about it. It's more in watching friends and family when you're like, oh my God, you know, regurgitating what the news say all the time. But they won't look. They want you to give them. They want you to give them the information, but they won't look themselves, because to me they're too scared to. Don't want to come out of the bubble. And keep looking down, sorry, because I'm working. It's all a distraction from doing electric fraud, facts, and new gold standard money system, while Putin has just brought in the new gold standard in Russia. Exactly. Sovereignty. I can never say that word. Exactly. Bringing in the new gold system over there. That's why they went after Saddam Hussein and Gaddafi and all that sort of stuff. So people really need to really realise that when you're at school, you're only programmed to history and stuff like that, of what they want you to believe. It doesn't mean anything. So, yes, Michelle is saying, gorgeous spring weather, going to be amazing, open air flea market soon, small businesses. Yeah, I'm just making my stuff for my little small business that I'm about to launch. Doing great, haven't had increasing visitors and done a lot of cleansing. Yeah, well, funny enough you said that, because today on Instagram, I did a card reading, and I'll show you what came up. This came up. So it's the Witch's Wisdom. And good morning, James. I hope all is well. I believe nothing that comes from these elites, all of these leaders, players, are they? Playing the bird. Yeah, they are all the same, apart from Trump and Putin. They were never playing for that side. They were there helping with what Kennedy wanted to do. And that was sovereignty as well. So, oh, I've just mixed them up. Right, there they are. I had, the ones that came out first were banishment. So I read this out on Instagram. Banishment is alchemy. It's easy. Banishment is just banishing the things you don't want in your life anymore. And you simply do that by not focusing on the shit, not focusing on people that are negative in your life, around you, wherever, energies, anything. You, high uni, you just banish that by not focusing on it anymore. So we're all into banishment of that. We are cloaking ourselves right now, be in the world but not of it. We're seeing this, we're observing it going on, we're walking through it. She's invisible, we're walking through it. It's like me at work, people believe in it. When I go back to work tomorrow, I'll just be like, I'm not going to get triggered. So we can be in of the world because we know what's going on. We know it's just a big thing that's coming out to be unearthed, and it's not really for us, it's happening for the others to wake up, but it's still frustrating. So be in the world but not of it. We've got the cycles. I love that this came up with the Pisces moon and everything. So we've got the cycles, we've got the maiden, mother and the crone. Basically, maiden, mother and the crone, I mean, it's like women, men. We go through our cycles, you know, we're younger, maiden, we're a mother, you know, middle-aged, like sort of mother, and then we're older, we're crone. We go through different cycles of life. We go through a cycle every year, cycle of the year. It's about learning to let go. If shit keeps happening and hitting you in the face, and negative things keep happening, it's because you're not looking at the things that you need to do to move from a negative to a positive. And it'll just keep happening until you realise that no one is doing anything to anybody else. We all do it to ourselves by not coming out of those cycles or putting enough action into moving forward, you know, coming out of fear. I'll speak about Elon Musk in a minute. It's funny you just said that. And then clearance, we had clearance. Well, I've been clearing out a lot again. I've come back into the craft room. In my craft room is now my conservatory again. I change all the time, but we realised that what we had it when my fella moved in with his stuff just doesn't work. It works better for me to close this away at the end of the day. Hello, Big Rainbow and Manic. So there's a lot of cleansing and clearing, and this is what's going on in the world. This all has to be swept up and chucked away, not swept under the carpet as it has been for centuries. It's being swept up, and that's why you're seeing what you're seeing in the world right now. Just don't fear. And hi, Mail Dot. So it's lovely to see you all in here. Elon Musk switching off Russian. Tell us as here, no thanks. They self-driving YouTube. Well, I was having a discussion yesterday about Elon Musk because I'm sure he was on the cue boards as he didn't know if he was neutral, as in they weren't sure if he was good or bad. But if he was bad, they could switch him to good because he might have to do something. Or maybe he wasn't, he was pretending. But I have heard about the satellites and that. And I do say about Tesla. I was saying to a friend yesterday about Tesla. If something was made, which we know Tesla did, and the baddies, so-called baddies, got their hands on it, they put frequencies and stuff out to harm us, it can be switched back the other way. Or was he playing a black hat to a white hat? Because as we all know, there's many white hats pretending to be white hats when they're really black hats, and there's many black hats pretending to be that are really white hats. So it's going to be fun to see when it all comes out who was so-called bad and who was good. And I'm laughing my head off because there's 17 thumbs up, and I see 17 everywhere. And I had a dream the other night, not last night, the night before, and it was really funny. It was green, it was something about Q, and it was something about Batman. And then I was like, what the hell's that about? Can't remember. Then my son went out and I said, where are you going? And he mumbled something, and then he came back later and I said, where did you go? And he went, I went to the pictures to watch Batman. The only thing that goes through my head with Batman, it's going to sound daft to some people, but some people get it, is Trump. Because there's loads of memes going out like putting the Batman sign up as in Trump, we want Trump back. And he went to see Batman, and I just thought, yeah, Batman returns. And that's all that went through my head, because he will return, and it's hilarious. It's hilarious, but I don't know why I was dreaming about that. It was green, there was a big Q in it. Like, yeah, I don't know. I can't remember. I got woken up by Finn, and I just couldn't remember the dream as I was in it, so I don't know what was going on there. But yeah, so, yeah. Yeah, but when you talk about war, people who are polite will start being really rude. You know, that's why I'm saying just don't get involved. I did it the other day, got into an argument. There's just no point. You might as well just let them see what they want to see, because it's their choice. They've took the choice they've took with many other things as well. And just let them, because it's all going to come out anyway. The truth will prevail, it is. You can see lots of shit going down. They will learn in the end anyway, but they're just going to have a harder time getting over it, I think, because, you know, they're going to realise that people were trying to help them. I dreamt of Batman a couple of days ago. Really? Got a text from the daughter 10 minutes telling me she watched it last night. Well, that's really weird. And he said it was really good as well. Batman. Yeah, so that's quite funny then. Yeah, we're all dreaming about Batman. And I didn't even know the new one was out, and it's the guy out of Twilight. So I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that. But we have had memes of Trump with Batman and the bat phone and JFK Jr. being like Robin. I found a cool Batman set in the 20s. I'll send you the So yeah, it's quite funny. It's quite funny. Now, we did not converse about the war. They just got less tolerant about people of any... Yeah, but it's just easier not to sort of get involved at the minute because this is what people get really triggered about. You know, Batman Returns, yeah. Batman Returns. I don't know what this one's called, actually, the new one. But I just think Batman Returns as in Trump Returns because he is. Hi, Rita. Hello, long time. Yeah, I've been banned. I was banned for about a week and something came into my head today and went, why don't you just try it? Because you might go live. And I tried it and I was like, oh my God, my intuitiveness was telling me just get on. You know, one was because of music and the other one was because I put a video up of the truckers in Canada. So I'll leave that one with you. So, yes, I had to laugh at that. And I've just realised I've just done this thing wrong. Yeah, great to see everybody in as well. Cool. Cooly cool. Oh, no. I haven't done it wrong. It's because I'm chatting and trying to work at the same time. Stick that back together. That isn't wrong. And I was saying today, I'm going to read out of a book that I was in the garden this morning because it's a glorious sunny day today. It's cold, but it's really sunny. I've had the sniffles, and it's just that. It's not anything else. It's just a bit of a snuffly cold I get when the seasons change all the time. Nothing new there, you know. Thank you. So, I know I have done it different. What's going on there? How do you get on there? I'm confusing myself now. What's... Right, that's... Yeah, what? I have done it wrong. Excuse me, I'm just ripping something apart. I can't see what anyone's saying at the minute. That is... Right, that one's for the bin. I don't know what was going on there. It's because I'm not concentrating on what I'm doing. So yeah, I wrote in a book... because I like to journal sometimes because you like to look back and see what you were journaling about and maybe you move from it, maybe you don't. But in my journal, I was in the garden this morning, it was sunny, and I call this automatic writing, and I was just thinking about stuff and I got this and I did read this out on Instagram, so I'm just going to read it quickly to you. I might stumble a bit because I always do it over my own writing because I normally write it down quite fast. And where is it? Yeah, so I wrote down in my journal, lovely this morning, getting brighter now, coming out of the dark. I feel that's what's happening in the world. The light is being shone on the darkest things. It's like a seed that's been planted, and then I put in brackets, we are the seeds, and they are pushing up through the earth, just knowing one day they will come to the light. They may struggle in the dark and the dirt, one push at a time. They work themselves through the dark and the dirt. They make it and thrive and grow and bloom. So just know you will too. This morning's energy is beautiful. Sat in the garden in the sun, birds singing, lots of energy in the sky was calming and still. Soft, wispy clouds, a peaceful feel in the air. Amongst all that is going on now. A tinkle from my wind chime. I watch the energy around me ripple in the garden because you see the ripples of energy. In my arched frame, which I've got there, I could see it was like it's an arched frame, but I was looking through that like it was all framed anyway. Knowing all is changing for the better, I am very grateful. Happiness is found in and around us, meaning, yes, we know it's within us, but also if it's within you and you're holding that, you will see things change without. It's not, nothing's happening out there. Well, there is, because it's changing within us, and that's how it works. Within, without. As above, so below, as within, so without, as the universe, so the soul. So Happiness is found in, and I mean within us first, you could say, and around, as what is within is also without. Keep your frequencies where you want to be and what you want to see. And that's what I wrote. Because it may look manic out there, it may look mad, people may be getting upset, but it's all happening divinely because it's there to wake people up. We're just really observing. We know about it, they don't, but that's how it's going to wake them up. Remember, you can't tell the people, you've got to show the people. Remember to sit back with the popcorn. We got told this a few years ago, and all that stuff is happening now. So, you know, it's been eye-opening with what they've been trying to push. But you can see it. Someone going against a country wanting to be sovereign. That's why Trump said when he was in, first America and then the world. It's not all to be the same. We're not all meant to be one. Yes, one. We are a one, but not a new world order. Not in the same, their money system anyway, because their money system does not suit ours. Money. I'm going to talk about money. I've talked about this before. Because there's people that think that if you're classed as so-called spiritual, which everyone is anyway, and so you don't really need to say you are, we all come from spirit. I just laugh when people try to say, you know, we can say that sort of like money is energy, but we don't mean it in that way as like, it's not a thing, it is a thing. And I don't know what I was watching the other day and someone said something, I thought, yeah, I like the way they said it. The people who moan about money, and moan about people who make money, are the people who live in poverty. And they'll sit there and say they don't want to do this and they don't want to do that, yet they'll sit in poverty. There's nothing wrong with money. There's nothing evil with money. Yes, elites make a lot of it, but the thing is, the difference with them is they don't give it out, they don't share it, they don't do good things with it. If you've got money and you do good things with it, that's the difference. And the people who say you don't need money are lying, because at the end of the day, how do you pay your bills? How do you pay for your food? How do you do this? How do you do that? Yes, it could be in a world where you know, someone gives you a sack of potatoes because you've done this. Yes, that's great, but that isn't how it works today. Unfortunately enough, too much, because it just doesn't. So people who say, oh, you know, it's not all about money. No, it's not all about money, but we do actually still use it, and we do actually still need it. So it's how you make your money and what you do with your money. It's not for the love of money, but we do need money in this realm at the minute to do what we need to do. I'd just probably wait till it blows over a little bit. I'm not into property, but, you know, wait till it blows over a little bit. Wait till more shit comes out when these go down. Because they're trying to raise everything at the minute, which is ridiculous. My fella said that today. He's like, oh, the prices of energy are going up. I said, yeah, but they will go down in the end, because we all know they're not the real prices. There's free energy and there's all that stuff that needs to be sorted out, you know, in good time. I've heard some people saying, I wish things would hurry up and I wish this would hurry up, and it's like, yeah, but at the end of the day, it has to be the way it is to because the others have to catch up with waking up. Oh, very good. That's brilliant, Rainbow Wizard. Just posted my last piece. Yours for around... Oh, mine for around... Yeah. You know what I mean, though. And it's like I've said, money is cursed. It's an energy flow, a currency, so the money system will be changed. I don't think money is cursed. I just think people talk about it like that. It's just the people who are behind it. You know, we need money to do things, but it's the intention of what you use it for. You know, really. Yeah, love of money is not balanced. No, but we need money to do certain things. But some people love money where that's all, you know, they kill for money, they do this for money, they do whatever. So there is a difference. If you've got a lot of money and you were earning a lot of money and you had a business that was earning a lot of money, were you helping people? And I mean truly helping people with charities, not the ones that they do. You know, are you helping people with that money? Do you put it into things? Is it to build a good business where people work for you and they're happy there and they've got good things? You know what I mean? In so many different ways. People talk about it too much in such a bad context because they think they don't need, and it's like, well, it's bullshit, because how do you pay for your food? How do you pay for your energy? How do you pay for how do you at this time now? Things may change, but this time now, people go on about in the future it'll be like this, yeah, but it's not at the minute. So, and it's like I was saying about manifesting. I've manifested a machine down there that I need for a business. I've manifested 3 things in a space of 2 weeks where I was thinking about something, I got given something, because that's how some things manifest. But there's also action that has to be taken behind manifest as well. It's like the things that I've been doing. I've had to sit down here and make these things. They're not going to appear in front of my face, and I'm working so I can get money to buy the things, to make the things, to put towards my business that will build in the end. That's how you do it as well. So, you know, yeah, it's their system, but their system's falling. There's still nothing wrong with money. That's just what they use it for. We're in the system, but this is what I'm saying about Putin. He doesn't want to be in that system. They want to be sovereign country, as they always have been, with their own money. You know, they're going gold back. That's what it's all about. So yeah, in that sense, and that's what Trump was doing with gold back, silver back, and all that. We know what the Federal Reserve is, so it's interesting, you know. But there's still going to be money, so you know. But yes, not in their system, and this is what that's all about, and this is what that's all about, and that's why they're fighting and blaming Mr. P when we all know it's not. Yeah, it will be backed by gold. That's what Trump talked about, backed by gold. That's what it's all about, a lot of it as well. So it's interesting. But we've spoke about that. We spoke about that a few years ago. All there with Q. Everything we've spoke about with Q is all there. It's all happening now. It's all coming out. I think it's amazing. It's brilliant. So has anyone else been manifesting, feeling new energies, feeling more positive? Because I have. There's still things going on, you know. We live in the mundane as well. But all this is, it's like a test. It's how you're going to react to what's being put in front of your face right now. You know, there's a lot of people out there who will have things happen in their life, things around them, things that they're watching, and they'll react to it all the time, especially with their emotions. Blame everybody around them and won't take responsibility. Soon as you take responsibility, those things stop that you have to do. I have to take responsibility if I want a business to sit down here and make my stuff, to put it out there. No one else is going to do it for me. It's also about taking responsibility for your past and letting go of it and just moving forward. Yes, intention makes a difference, but the whole money system will change. Yeah, the whole money system is changing and will change, because that's the old guard, the old system, and that system's coming down. So it'll be ours. Very optimistic about our world. Good. Right, gotta go. Stay strong, fam. Yeah, thanks for coming in, Rainbow. Yes, I do live in England, born and bred. About the mortgages, I have got a clue, really. I never look one out, and I'll try to live in the rat race. Sorry, you'll not try to live in the rat race. No, just don't live in the rat race. I don't live in the rat race. Not interested in who's got the biggest car and who's this, that and the other. Last couple of days have been lighter energy. I've said that yesterday. We have got more higher energy coming in. Yes, we have. Especially with the Pisces moon that's been coming in. That's all about making sure you're focusing on what you want to bring in. Lots of luck there. And it's been great for me because I'm a Piscean as well. So, you know, I'm mutable, you see. My partner, I think, is a Capricorn. He's fixed. That's why he finds it hard to move from stuff sometimes if you're a fixed sign. I'm not a fixed sign. I'm mutable. It means I do flit around everywhere. That's why I can talk about so many different things on here. People think it's contradicting. It's not. I can change mine when I want. I'm quite easy with change. I'm not, like, fearful of it. Though the fixed signs are quite good, because he'll get me to knuckle down with things because he's fixed in it. And he's like, you've got to do this, this and this. So it's all interesting. It's all interesting with the planets coming in. Jupiter, Saturn. People think Saturn, Satan. I've said it before, but it's not. It's just the energies of Saturn are to get you to move, to get you to go in action, and it will bring up and hit you in the face if you're not looking at it. But they're all coming into alignment and all stuff like that, and it's all the energies. And I think one of them, Saturn, I think it was, I can't remember, if it was that one, was something to do with, funnily enough, aligning with corporations and businesses. So that's hilarious, because that's what's going on in the world with all these corrupt corporations are being brought up, so on and so forth. So when the planets align and certain energies come in, it affects us on Earth and all that stuff, and they know that as well, and that's why all this stuff's happening as well. As above, so below, as within, so without, as the universe, so the soul. So there you go. Yeah, there's loads going on. The MasterCard, what was that? The MasterCard Visa issues this week. I know it's so exciting for the happening thing. Yeah. So like I said, it's just basically to come on to say, don't go into fear about anything, because we know there's a lot going on. We know the news is not as it's perceived. I shouldn't say laughed, but I've even been like, oh my God. I know some people who say they've been awake, and then when you talk about the current situation, they're like, oh no, but this is happening with Mr. P, you know, because I saw it on a video, and I'm like, you know what mainstream media is? Oh my God, people. You can't say you're awake and say you don't know that. Oh, I'm like, what the hell? I've seen that in a lot of people. Oh yeah, I'm awake. You go on about the media, and then they start going about, well, I saw this on the, you know, someone's at this video, the news, and I'm like, the news. Go back to sleep. So yeah, so I guess we'll see how the Truth Media goes, because like I said, I managed to get over there today, but it's still on a waiting list. So that's going to be, it's going to be good to see. You're a global thinker, same as me. Must be a lot in the chat. Yeah, so free thinker. I'm a free thinker. Find out about today. Fancy the campaign walked on foot to the campaign. He has something like. Yeah, and there's lots going on, but I'll have to post a video of Patrick somebody. You need to watch it, what he's saying about what's going on over there, and he's actually there. So the next thing I probably share on my community is going to be a video, and I suggest you watch it. Little Finn's here. Hi, Finn. Do you want to come and say hello? Properly. He's a bit snotty.
Hi.
How old are you now, sniffing
7.
up? 7? Yeah. You're a big boy now.
Yep.
Yeah. So you got red cheeks. Snotty. We've been a bit snotty this weekend, haven't we? Hey. I've just been showing everybody your you tell everyone, if you didn't see it at the beginning, Finn's been making models of SpongeBob SquarePants.
This from SpongeBob.
Yeah.
This is Patrick with a remote.
That's Patrick. Who's this one?
Mr. Krabs laughing.
Mr. Krabs laughing. And who's that?
SpongeBob with a spatula on his head.
SpongeBob with a spatula on his head. He made these all by himself. Mr. Krabs. Patrick, was it?
Yeah.
And Patrick.
With a remote.
With a remote in his hand.
And these earrings are made for my mum.
And these earrings are for me. Oh.
And where's that unicorn thing?
That unicorn. Oh. Yeah, I've shown them. And you made me a
unicorn thing you can put in your hair.
A unicorn clip. Ooh. Yep. Have you got a message for everybody on the tube? Sorry, mine's not the falling down. You got a message for everyone on the tube?
Oh, and as well, I have to go and get something because they have some more of them.
Yeah, but have you got a message? Do you want to say anything nice to everybody? Keep vibing high. Say what?
What?
Keep vibing high.
Keep vibing high.
Keep what?
Keep vibing high.
Keep vibing high. Goes more embarrassed now because he's older. Because he's 7 now. My lucky number 7. Yes. So he's just gone to get something. I don't know what he's gone to get. Yep, live your life day by day. You watch TV, do Little House. If you do watch TV, do Little House on the Prairie. Exactly. Or what was that film he was in as well? If you do watch TV, watch because it's what you should be doing. Oh, which was the angel one? Highway to Heaven. Oh my God. Me and my fella watch reruns of that. We're always crying. It's brilliant. Actually, I might watch some of that tonight. Highway to Heaven. Watch Highway to Heaven. Oh my God. Yeah, Highway to Heaven. So he's bringing something down, but I need to go next and get on with... It's going cold in here now. I need to get on with some of my work. Got distracted as usual. Distracted by good things though. Not shitty things. I'm just going to see what the self-care card says. I did do this before. Oh, I've not seen that one. Have I got to put it in the oven? Who's this?
Sandy.
Sandy out of SpongeBob SquarePants, if you know that. Sandy the Squirrel. He's so good at making things.
Mickey Mouse.
Let me see Mickey Mouse. As his ears fall off. Oh my God, you didn't do that yourself. You need to do it lay down, you nutter.
Careful with it.
Mickey Mouse.
Careful with the head.
I'm being careful. It's got to be cooked, so it's all like falling apart, but he's done Mickey Mouse. You've got it right. You might need to do that bit thicker thing. It's all falling apart. Watch that because it's hot.
Plankton.
Plankton out of
Wait, I'll show them.
right. Yeah, but it's too small. Let me show it because you got. There's a glue gun there.
No, I'll show
Yeah,
them.
but there's a glue gun, and you're gonna. No, I'll show
I'll
that
go on
one.
this side then.
Not listening, Finn, as usual. Never listens. Stop snatching.
Squidward.
Squidward, Worth, or whatever. Who's this? Patrick.
No.
Oh, is that not Patrick? Well, that's just fell off. I don't know what that was. Go on.
His hand.
Go on.
SpongeBob's pet Gary the Snail.
Gary the Snow. No. Yeah. Thank
And
you.
then I got this toy from a Kinder Egg.
Yeah. Right. I'm going now. Off you go, because I'm going now, so I've got to say bye. Right, take them back.
They
upstairs.
know it. They know it's Gary. Look, that's Gary.
Oh yeah, that's Gary. Right, Finn, take these in the kitchen so I can put my new one because that one's falling apart.
You mean Mickey the Mouse?
Yeah, and that one. Go and take them on that one. A shaman course. I mean, yeah, I could do, but I've learnt really that we're all shamans, really, and the things that I do. Right, hang on a minute. Never work with kids. Finn, take it into the kitchen, please. You know, I've learnt a lot of stuff myself. You know, you don't actually need to do courses to do it. Bits that I do with music and stuff like that. It's just really looking into it. Not saying don't do a course, but I do believe, you know, you can teach yourself as well, because there's things that people do, and even when you do courses, you'll bring your own thing in at the end of it anyway, because I when I do things, I'll change things and do it how it feels right to me, because something might feel a bit not right. Oh. And that isn't a reading, that's just a card jumping about a little bit too much. Right, can you go in there now? Right, I'm coming now. So let me say bye.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah, we still have a thing with Finn as he never listens. Right. You do that again, Finn, and you'll be going to bed. Turn 7 and that's it. Oh, yeah, he's a monkey. Turn 7 and... So, we've just got a card. I'm just going to try and get 3 for self-care. He's a monkey. Yeah, they are to teach the depth ways, but I also believe in you can actually do it yourself. There's a lot of things that I paid for, and it came intuitive to me anyway, and I already knew. And to tell the truth, it was a bit like I didn't really need that, but it's each to their own. It's big. It's more so because people like to see when you get a certificate and stuff like that. But that's my personal opinion anyway. Because I've been to a few things where I've been places and had things done to me, and it's things that I do anyway or have done without knowing. So they've gone to places and done it, but it was like, well, yeah. But people want more and people want to be learned at a way, then they go to the courses and you go and invest in that if that's what you want to do. But No, I don't think I'll be doing that. To tell the truth, you're your own shaming and that in the way you move in the world around your friends and family, the way you can be with them, you can help in that sense anyway. Trying to get one. There we go. 2 more cards. Right, so we've got be still. I'd say be still at this time, you know, just observe what's going on and don't get too triggered with everything that's going on, especially in the news. Sync with the moon. Well, that's funny because we had the Pisces moon and, you know, we're bringing things in, what we're thinking of focusing on and bringing that in and manifesting it with the moon cycles. But also, you know, she's got a third eye, intuitiveness. I'd say Pisces. It's a Pisces month still. Tuning into yourself. We've got creative and it's number 17. Number 17. Create art, it says. I'm still working on stuff here. And then we've got burning bowl ritual. This again is about what I said before about letting go, getting rid of things, banishing things. It's just letting go of old shit you don't need, whether that's shit in your house, people you don't want to be around, negative thoughts, things you're not a part of anymore. Doesn't mean you were right or wrong then. It just means you don't need that anymore. It's not doing anything in your life. Like I've said before, it's like a game where you've got a bag and things in your bag that help you move up to the next level, but when you get to the next level you don't actually need them on the next level, so you let go of them and then you collect other things and so on and so forth. You've just got to let go. Sometimes we hold too much and that's not a bad thing, but we're all just really learning to let go, and we're all just really learning about energy and how we respond to things and how we reflect on things, how we give our energy away, how other people take people's energy. And that's mainly because your energy only gets vampired off you or taken off you if you're allowing it, if you're focusing on something or someone or whatever it is, and you're not focusing what you really need to do. You're just giving your energy to other stuff. You know, you just switch off to that and do what you need to do, which I've always said. It's like I said, what's going on in the world, it doesn't mean you can't look. Because I said to someone the other day, I don't go with all this bullshit if it's not really happening because it's this, that and the other. Well, it is happening, but it's just how you respond to it, because you need to know some things, because you're not going to go somewhere in the middle of something going on, because you might get hurt. Do you know what I mean? So you do need to be aware of what's going on and where things are going on, just in case you're deciding to go somewhere where there's something going on. You don't want to be caught up in the middle of all the stuff, because either way we're saying it's, you know, this is going on, there is people getting hurt, and that side will use people as shields, so human shields, by the way. So, you know, you do need to know and have an eye on stuff. It just means you don't get involved with the arguments, you don't get too focused on it where it's making you ill and you're fearing, because the biggest thing is fear. You know, people are fearing, thinking they're going to get sent over there. No, they're not going to get sent over there. Like I said, watch over the next 2 to 3 weeks what's going on. Yeah, well, that's what happens a lot, uni. We're all soldiers. We're all, you know, soldiers of God, you could say, warriors. And we're still here now. Oh, and I'm not reading it out. I read it out on Instagram, but I had this card come up today, and it's called Fairy of the Highlands, and it made me laugh because it's Highlands, Scottish. Trump's mum was Scottish. It just makes me laugh, but it's about it's time to be brave. This was all about standing in your truth. Swords in the tarot is a lot to do with thoughts and words and stuff like that. We're all talking out in truth, you know, cut through the bullshit with a sword. Don't be scared because other people, and it said this girl doesn't want to fight, but if it comes down to it, we have to fight. Do you know what I mean? I'm not talking about violence, I'm just talking about the way we stand and speak in our truth. We're not going to back down because someone doesn't believe in it, or someone says you're a conspiracy theorist, or whatever they want to put out. You stand in your truth, and if you stand in your truth, you're not going to back down to it. But like I said, it's beautiful. More and more is coming out. It's only the awakening. That's what's happening for people. But it seems like something else, far more scary. But we know it isn't. So I just wanted to say thanks for coming on. I've just come on because I've been busy, but I also got banned for a week, whatever it was, or how long I've not been on for. I got banned again, so I just decided to look today and I was back on. So I thought I'd say hi. Don't fear too much with what's going on. Keep in your own lane. Keep focused on what you want to come in. With the beautiful energies, notice more of the good that's coming in instead of the bad. But just know that it's going to be seen, it is being seen, and the people will know in the end. Yes, I know it's frustrating seeing family and friends not get it and get caught up in the emotions, because that's what that side work on. They work on people's emotions to do things, to work on things, to work for their side, because it's all the same with the other agendas they've stuck out. So yeah, for the card. So I'm just gonna, before I go, do a chakra card and see what energy is about or forthcoming in the next week or so with these chakra cards. And one's just fell out, these chakra cards. Enlightenment. So there you go. We'll leave with that. Enlightenment. People will be enlightened to the truth. The truth is truth, no other matter if it, you know, it hurts or people get offended. The truth is true. People get offended by the truth. We'll have to get offended by the truth. But true enlightenment is coming. We can't put a date on it. It's coming. That's what's happening. It's all being up earth. Like I said at the beginning of this chat, cards are always right because I'm in tune with my cards. And I will see you very soon. So like I said, I'd like to say thanks for coming in, Michelle, Junior Berwick, is it? Uni, Lisa, Michelle, Rainbow Wizard was in before, Colin, John Kennedy, they say Lisa, Big Brother, RJJ, Starlight 27, Indigo. Probably gonna miss some people off, I don't know who was at the top. Colin, Maggie Ray. I might have not noticed people come in. Michelle, I said Michelle, Mail Dot, Angel A. Oh, one of the girls was in before and I can't remember her name. Mary's over there. Oh, I can't remember her name. I shouted her out before when she came in anyway. Anyone who's there, anyone who's watching in a bit or later, just keep your mindset on the good. Don't worry too much about what's going on, but observe, because, you know, you need to know what's going on, but you just don't need to be focused too much in it. And I will see you soon. Bye. As usual, I can't get off. Can't get off. What's going on? They want me to stay on. I can't get off. Do you remember what I used to do this years ago? Right. See you later.